Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. weather briefing. We have cold conditions out there this morning, mostly sunny skies, and windy conditions. Seeing our wind chills in the teens this morning. We're going to continue in the teens for the rest of the morning hours, and finally see wind chill values in the 20s for the afternoon. Our winds are going to be gusty throughout the day today, anywhere from about 25 to 35 mile an hour gusts throughout the afternoon hours, and then finally we get to the late afternoon hours. Into the evening hours, we'll see our winds calm down, and our skies will become partly to mostly cloudy during that time period. Looking at the last 24 hours of the Mid-Atlantic region, temperature-wise, we were about seasonable yesterday, high temperature-wise, looking at 49 degrees here at Wallops, Norfolk at 54, other locations anywhere from the upper 40s to the lower 50s. Last night we did have that Arctic cold front that moved through, allowed for our overnight low temperatures, to dip down well into the lower 20s. Looking at Baltimore at 20 degrees at the cool spot, Wallops. Here we were at 23 degrees. Our locations, as I mentioned, generally in the lower 20s. We did see a little bit of precipitation across the region yesterday with that Arctic cold front moving through. Here at Wallops we saw the most precipitation at 0.08 of an inch. And even saw a couple snowflakes and some light snow after that Arctic cold front moved through the region during the evening hours yesterday. As of 9 a.m. this morning, we are seeing anywhere from mostly sunny to sunny skies. Temperatures warming slightly into the 20s and lower 30s. Here at Wallops, we are 27 degrees with mostly sunny skies as of 9 a.m. Looking at our sounding from this morning, at a freezing level at the surface, winds are northwesterly, 1,000 feet at 33 knots, so fairly gusty and windy in the low levels this morning, seeing our winds anywhere from about 30 to 40 knots, 1,000, 6,000 feet. Then we increase our winds as we go up in the column, looking at a peak wind this morning out of the northwest at 88 knots at 25,000 feet. Our surface analysis as of 12 this morning, we have an area low pressure off the New England coastline that's continuing to move into the Maritimes of Canada. Looking that it'll continue moving to the northeast. We'll have the pressure gradient between the area low pressure to the northeast of the Mid-Atlantic region and the area of high pressure of the southeast states continue to cause us to have windy conditions for this morning into the early afternoon hours. We have a clipper system that's currently moving through the Midwest. It's going to slide to our north for this evening into the overnight hours. That's going to actually allow for our temperatures to warm during the overnight time period from the lower 30s into the mid to upper 30s. We have a slight chance of a brief snow flurry or snow shower this evening with the warm front moving through the area associated with that area low pressure that's currently over the Midwest. Looking at the observations, surface observations from this morning, temperatures are warming slowly into the mid to upper 20s across the Mid-Atlantic region. West winds are our latest observation here at Wallops. We see those winds anywhere from northwest to west throughout the morning and early afternoon hours, and as I mentioned, quite gusty. Seeing peak wind most likely around about 32 knots out of the northwest for this morning. Our temperatures will slowly rise in the afternoon into the lower 30s, and then, as I mentioned, overnight we'll see temperatures actually rise into the mid to upper 30s. Looking at our prog charts the next few days, this area low pressure across the Midwest and Ohio Valley for this evening will produce a band of snowfall across the northern Mid-Atlantic region into the New England states. Anywhere north of the Mason-Dixon line has a good chance of seeing some snowfall tonight into tomorrow morning. Locations south of the Mason-Dixon line will be seeing only some scattered flurries or light snow shower during the evening hours tonight. And here's our Wednesday night planner. As I mentioned, we'll have that air low pressure tracking north of our area. Slight chance we see some snow flurries with that move through as the warm front crosses our region this evening. And then for our Thursday afternoon, that area low pressure will quickly move off to the northeast away from the Mid-Atlantic region. We'll have high pressure building into the area. We'll see northwesterly downsloping winds tomorrow, so our temperatures will be back towards seasonable averages for the afternoon hours of our Thursday in the mid to upper 40s across the Mid-Atlantic region. And then for our Friday, we'll have a weak disturbance trying to move through the area. It's going to be producing an area low pressure well off the coast and be weak in nature. It's going to provide us with more cloud cover. A slight chance we see a sprinkle or a flurry during the Friday afternoon time period. Previously in the week, we thought this system could be producing more precipitation across the Mid-Atlantic region, but right now it continues to trend drier and weaker. So it looks like right now we'll just have some breezy conditions on Friday and a slight chance of a snow flurry. Looking at the risk chart for today, we don't have any chances of precipitation across the region and no chances of lightning across the area. Do have those winds at or greater than 25 knots, and with red from now until 1600 local today. Seeing windy and cold conditions throughout that time period. Continue to see those cold conditions for this evening, but our winds will become southwesterly at 7 to 12 knots during the late afternoon and evening portion. Then as we get in the late evening time frame, we'll see that slight chance of a snow shower or flurry. And in the overnight time period, as I mentioned, we'll see temperatures actually rising into the mid to upper 30s across the Delmarva Peninsula. Our winds will become southwesterly and fairly gusty, 12 to 17 knots, gusting to 26 knots from midnight to 4 a.m. And then after 4 a.m., we'll see our winds out of the west-southwest, 12 to 17 knots, and gusting to 27 knots. And with those winds, we'll be seeing our yellow for the midnight to 4 a.m. time period, and our orange for 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. with the winds on Thursday morning. Looking at our 24-hour terminal forecast, currently we have a few clouds at 4,800 feet. During the afternoon hours, we'll continue with mostly sunny skies, and then by the evening hours, we'll see mostly cloudy skies with 8 o'clock tonight. We'll see a scattered deck at 8,000 feet, broken deck at 10,000 feet, broken deck at 15,000 feet, broken deck at 20,000 feet. A slight chance of a light snow shower after 2,100 local this evening or 9 p.m. And by tomorrow morning, we'll just be seeing a few clouds at 8,000 feet, scattered deck at 25,000 feet. Our tides are currently normal. And looking at Thursday into Friday, Thursday will be partly cloudy and breezy, high of 47 degrees. An orange for our winds at or greater than 25 knots, so we'll feel cooler than that high of 47. Then for Thursday night, we'll see partly cloudy skies and cold temperatures, a low of 25 degrees. And for Friday, we'll have mostly cloudy skies, a slight chance of an afternoon rain shower or snow shower. We'll have a high of 39 degrees. Looking at our next 7 days, we're going to be seeing a high of 32 today. As I mentioned, low of 32 during the evening and temperatures rising overnight. See a high of 47 for our Thursday. We'll dip back down with highs only in the 30s on Friday at 39 degrees. And then for Saturday and Sunday, we'll have that area high pressure. It's going to move in behind the system on Friday, provide us with nice conditions on Saturday, high of 44 degrees. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a area low pressure and disturbance moving out of the southeast states towards our region, pushing some rainfall into the area, looking at a high of 50 on Sunday. And that rainfall looks most likely during the evening hours on Sunday into the overnight hours of Sunday into Monday. Then Monday, that system should push off the coast, giving us a generally mostly cloudy to cloudy day, high of 55 degrees. And then for Tuesday, we'll see high right about seasonable averages or slightly above seasonable averages with a high of 52 degrees. That's going to complete the 10 a.m. weather briefing this morning. I hope everybody has a great day. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 and as well as 10 a.m.